This is your daily reminder. If you want to be that woman, act like her, move like her, make the decisions she would make, become her. Have a lovely day.
Hi, beauties. Today we're diving into high pay, low stress careers for women in 2025. I am so excited for this one because we're not just talking about jobs. I definitely had to add some entrepreneurship energy to this round. So if you're in your I am a rich man era, or you're just trying to lock in and figure out how to get some extra money this year, this video is definitely for you. As we usually do in this series, we're going to be breaking down specific careers and business ideas that can offer high pay and low stress, at least once you're settled in. I'll be going over skill level and qualifications, average pay rates, the pros and cons of each path, and of course, how you can break into them. This time around, I'm starting off strong with career paths and business ideas that don't necessarily require a degree, because the truth is, not everyone wants to or even can spend years of time in school, but you still deserve options that allow you to maintain your peace and femininity without sacrificing income. That's what the series is all about: flexibility, livable wages, and sustainable growth. Now, when it comes to entrepreneurship, just as a disclaimer, I'll be real, it's not always low stress right away. But with the right systems, the right team, and work life balance, it absolutely can become the most rewarding, freeing, and high income path you could ever take. I'll talk more about that in this video too, because some of y'all are career girlies and others are CEO energy. As always, if your profession comes up and you have something to share, agree or disagree, I love reading your stories and seeing the conversations grow in the comments. Just remember to keep it respectful so your comment doesn't get deleted. And if you want to support the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It helps so much. Don't forget to like this video if you want more like this one, and drop your dream career in the comments for a chance to be featured in the next video. We also have a Patreon here on Beauty and Beyond where you get early access and exclusive content, plus a Discord community of over 500 ambitious, career-focused women talking about everything from finance to beauty to mindset. It is currently open, and you can find it in my pillar link in the description below, as well as on my channel. And yes, just like the last videos, I will be using TikTok clips of women working these careers and sharing their real experiences, because I want this to be relatable, transparent, and helpful no matter where you are in your journey. And always remember, even if you already have a job you like, it's always okay to keep looking for something better, keep evolving, keep leveling up, and settling should never be on the agenda. We're going to start off strong with the first career, and that's SaaS, which stands for Software as a Service. And you can become a white labeling CEO. This will require you to structure your day and stay very persistent.
What is SaaS and why you should start one in 2025? SaaS stands for Software as a Service, and it's a business model where you offer software tools to businesses or individuals on a subscription basis. Think of things like CRMs, email marketing, scheduling tools. Businesses need these every day to run smoothly. In 2025, SaaS is going to be one of the top work from anywhere opportunities because businesses are relying on automation and all-in-one platforms more and more so that they can cut costs and save time. The SaaS industry is projected to go to 1.2 trillion in the next decade. What does that mean? That means huge demand, recurring income, and scalability. It's one of the smartest businesses to start in 2025. Here's why SaaS is perfect for you. It's a low-cost startup, requires no coding or technical skills, and you get the opportunity to work from anywhere while generating predictable revenue. Follow me to learn how to do it.
I literally make 6 figures from a business that most women don't even know about yet. And no, this is not drop shipping, this is not digital marketing, or this is not trading, but it is something that I don't see a lot, and that is called SaaS. Now, if you're a woman who's a stay-at-home mom, my college girlies, my corporate woman, my girls that do not like to be in front of the camera and want to be a full-time content creator, then I'm telling you right now, SaaS is probably for you. Now, y'all are probably wondering, okay, girl, like, you talking a lot, what is SaaS? If you don't know what SaaS means, SaaS stands for Software as a Service. It's basically where you help businesses automate things using AI, like getting more Google reviews, setting up booking calendars, responding to emails and text messages, all utilizing artificial intelligence. The reason why this business is passive is because you set up things one time for the business and then you get paid every single month. Just like you subscribe to Netflix or subscribe to Canva, they're subscribing to your software to use that automation. Okay, well, you're probably asking, okay, why, how is this easy? Don't I need to build an entire software? No. There's pre-built softwares that you can use right now online that will give you the software, and all you have to do is slap your own branding and logo on top of it. Okay, well, how do you find clients? Well, look around in your local area. Most of the mom and pop shops you're around do not use artificial intelligence or any AI systems as of right now, and they're doing things the old school way. The reason why I like this business model so much is because it's not saturated. A lot of women aren't doing it, they're not involved in it. I have been doing this for 2 years now, and I don't see a lot of people getting into it. And you may ask, well, girl, if you don't got no competition, why are you putting people on? Well, it's because I see the same thing about making passive income all the time. And I feel bad that you guys think there's only a few options. There's a lot of things out there online to make money. So if you're a woman who wants to start making bank, who wants to be an entrepreneur, who wants to get to the bag, get on SaaS. And I do have resources, a guide in my bio for anyone who needs help starting. But I just put you on in this video. Get started, girl.
The skill level and qualifications for this career requires leadership, cross-functional fluency between tech, marketing, finance, etc., and adaptability. You should understand how to lead agile teams, raise capital, manage churn and LTV CAC ratios, and scale with white label or modular architecture. Familiarity with AI-enhanced SaaS tools and platforms like Bubble, Retool, or White Labelify is a plus. And if you don't understand any of that, but you're interested in this career, don't worry. I'm going to list a couple of Amazon books that you can refer to if you want to get started. I think with getting into any new career, educating yourself first is so important. The stress level for this career is high. Startups are super intense, especially if bootstrapped, which means you pay for everything yourself. Stress can be reduced with strong systems, co-founders, or advisors, plus an operational plan B, example, early acquisition strategy or contingency partnerships. The pay ranges from $120,000 to $400,000 plus, depending on the stage. Exits, equity, and acquisition bonuses can also raise total comp into the millions. The benefits of this career is basically autonomy, passive income potential, scalable models, ownership equity, remote work, and exit liquidity. Some ways to break in is by identifying a niche, partnering with developers, using white label SaaS frameworks to build MVPs, understanding growth loops, and applying to accelerators like Y Combinator or OnDeck. Next is becoming a car saleswoman. For this career, you want to practice social first sales and having a flexible pace.
Ladies, listen up, because I'm about to put you on. You know when you're scrolling on TikTok and you see those girls that seem so successful, that are living in their vision boards, and they have such a luxury lifestyle, and people in the comments are like, girl, what do you do to afford this? What are you doing? And they never answer. Well, I'm going to give you the answer, because I'm one of those girlies. And I don't gatekeep, because there's room for everybody to win. You know what they do? They work in sales. They're young and successful because they work in sales. They're selling something. They're selling houses, they're selling cars, they're selling insurance, they're selling product, they're selling something. Even your influencers that you follow, they don't make money, they're not successful because they have a lot of followers. Followers doesn't equate to money. They're selling you something. That's why they're successful. So if you're young and you're ambitious, then it's sales. That's literally the answer. I started doing car sales. I work for BMW and Mercedes-Benz. I started doing car sales in May of 2023. Just the last 2 months alone, I have made half of my yearly salary at my previous job. Half of a yearly salary in 2 months here. And today, I come in and my manager's like, hey, check your BMW portal. I think you have some money in there. BMW just randomly decided to give me $2,000 that's not going to be taxed because I sold a special car that they had dealer incentives on. I didn't even know this money was coming. A free $2,000, separate from any sort of commission. I live in a 2-bedroom luxury apartment in Nashville. I fully provide for myself and for my daughter. I have my daughter in daycare, ballet, all sorts of things. I pay all my own bills. If I want to go on a trip, I go on a trip. I have paid my debts. I have paid my car off. I buy whatever I want. I live very comfortably. And I have done all of this, and I haven't even been doing sales for a whole year. And I'm not saying it's for everybody, because I know that it's not. You have to have very special type of ambition to do sales. But if you can do it, it's sales. I'll make more money than people with a PhD degree. I didn't even finish college. I literally majored in sociology. So, you're welcome.
Everyone wants to sell 25 to 30 cars, but how are you going to get there? Last month, I had 20 store visits and finished the month of February with 11 cars sold. I missed both my objective and my bonus by 1 car, and this month my objective has raised by 3. No matter what type of sales you're in, it's all a numbers game. So simply put, it's impossible to sell 30 cars if you only take 20 customers. And sometimes having those big months means that you literally set yourself up for it. So when I had a customer that was looking at an incoming car for the month of April, I didn't want to overthink it too much. Of course, I tried to put them in an in-stock car. And of course, I tried to move them up to a vehicle that was coming in March. But at the end of the day, just like I need to sell cars in March, I need to sell cars in April. So I wrote the deal and kept it moving. So am I jealous of my coworker that took 40 store visits, sold 15 cars with a 37.5% closing ratio? No. But I do know that if I would have found a way to give myself the same opportunities, it would have resulted in me having a 21 car month for the month of February. So my goal for March is to simply get more customers in front of me, which will result in more cars.
The skill level and qualifications for this career require basic sales principles, car knowledge like price points, trims, and incentives, having negotiation skills, and being digital market savvy, especially on Facebook Marketplace, Instagram, and TikTok in 2025. The stress level is moderate to high, so meeting quotas, inconsistent traffic, and negotiations can be draining. But social media-based sellers have more flexibility and niche control. They also get more opportunities. The pay ranges from $40,000 to $90,000 plus, depending on commission structure, location, and volume. The benefits of this career is having a self-paced sales model, high profit margins on private sales, and strong personal branding opportunities. Some ways to break in is by flipping your own car first, studying top marketplace sellers, taking content-driven selling courses, and branding yourself as a trusted local resource. And let me give you the real tea on becoming a car saleswoman. Usually with dealerships, it's who you know, not what you know. If you can get in good with someone who works at the dealership or someone who even knows someone who works at the dealership, more than likely you can get in and start making the big bucks. Next is becoming a refurbished goods seller. So this one is really cool because it's eco-friendly and scalable.
Girl math, go to the thrift shop, find a beautiful vintage desk for $13.99, take it home, stage it nicely, list it on Facebook Marketplace for $400, take that money and buy yourself something nice.
Work smarter, not harder, and today I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. We are back into the bridal store fitting room, and today I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So I noticed that my stylists are always kind of leaving the fitting room because they need something from one of the dressers. So I figured, why not install this little acrylic separator into the wall? That way we have access to it at all times. The things we usually always need access to are bobby pins, corset ties, and back clips. On the last episode, we put in this storage ottoman together, so I went ahead and took out the heels and put them in a satin logo branded bag, which ended up looking so beautiful. Stored that back because it looks very tidy and neat. And then I also decided anything else that we always need access to, which is always sleeves. The sample sleeves we always need because it helps our brides visualize the dress as best as they possibly can. Throwing that in here just means you have more access to your stylist at all times. They're always around. It just makes the experience so much better. And that, my female CEOs, is how you think smarter and not harder.
I made $222 today, and I'm gonna put you guys on game on how I did it. So I recently did a clothes purge on items that I just wasn't wearing and was just taking up space in my closet. And what I love to do is I love going to Crossroads or 2nd Street because they have store locations close by to me and they buy clothes. Obviously, there's places like Depop or eBay that you could sell items on too. It just takes a little bit more time. So whenever I'm like, I just want money today, I don't want to have to deal with like back and forth of dealing with like people potentially buying it, maybe not. I go to 2nd Street Crossroads. I have gone to Wasteland in the past, and they all buy stuff. So yeah, they give you good money. So for example, today I was offered $123 in cash at Crossroads, or $250 store credit. But it's the holidays, so I need the cash because I'm trying to go Christmas shopping for people. So obviously I took the cash, and then at 2nd Street I got offered $99 straight up for some heels that I wanted to sell. Yeah, so it obviously all depends on the quality of the items that you bring in, what it is they're in season to buy, like what they're looking for during that season. There's like different things that factor into it, but go to their website. If you guys have stuff that you know you don't wear a lot anymore, just check them out as an option. At the end of it all, I go and I donate my clothes. So whatever I can't sell, I'll just donate it. And yeah, it's clothes that I'm gonna donate either way. So if I can make some money out of it, I try to. But yeah, if you guys decide to do it, let me know. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll try to answer them to the best of my abilities. Yeah.
Skill level and qualifications require hands-on skills, so upholstery, garment repair, sanding, painting, plus online marketing and photography skills are a plus. You also want to have some knowledge with platforms like Whatnot, eBay, and Poshmark's new 2025 Seller Studio. Stress level here is low to moderate, so you have a controlled workflow, but this does require space and time management. The pay can range from $25,000 as like a side hustle to $70,000 plus, depending on how well you market yourself. Scaling and consistency. So the benefits of this career is basically having creative freedom. So it's also a sustainable business model and has low capital requirements. Some ways to break in are just to start flipping thrift finds, documenting your process on TikTok or Instagram, and reinvesting into tools and ad spend. Next is becoming a cleaning business owner. So this career is simple, scalable, and recession resistant.
I wish more women knew this. You can run a fully operational, profitable cleaning business without ever picking up a mop. It's called remote cleaning, and it's how I make thousands a month while helping other women do the same. And here's how it works. You secure contracts with daycares, medical offices, salons, local owned businesses. Then you hire cleaners to clean while you manage everything from your laptop or on your phone. Okay, babe, so just so we're clear, you're not the cleaner, you're the CEO. So you're hiring the team. And the reason most people don't talk about this is because they think that you need to struggle to become successful, and you don't. You just need the blueprint. Inside of Clean Girl Academy, I give you everything I wish I had when I first started. But Destiny, what are some of examples? I got you, sis. I got you. Okay, so you're going to be getting ready to use contracts and proposals. These are my contracts and proposals that I use to secure high paying accounts. You're going to get scripts to pitch and close deals, pricing guides so you never undercharge. You get paid over here. A 24/7 Clean Girl community chat filled with like-minded women such as yourself. And you're also going to get access to my ministry because I believe God should be in every blueprint. So if you've been praying for a new lane and you're tired of being tired, because we've all been there, okay, and you actually want to build something profitable, not only for yourself, but for your family, DM me, start, or tap the link in my bio.
Hi, my residential cleaning company that I started back in September is doing about $10K a month in revenue, and I kind of wanted to share with you guys my entrepreneurship journey and what's been going on and how I got here. It has been the biggest learning curve in my entire life. It is the most exhausting, anxiety-ridden period of my life, but I know that this is the seeds that I'm planting for a better future, and my business partner and I definitely plan to scale this business. It is something that I'm passionate about. If you're new here, I've been cleaning on TikTok probably for the past 2 or 3 years. I've taken a little bit of a break just because the anxiety from running a business has been so strong that I can't do anything else but focus on the business. So I finally feel like I'm in a place where I can manage that and kind of do other things. All of my focus has been on building this business. So if you guys have any questions about entrepreneurship, how I got started, how the business kind of works, I don't physically clean the houses. I manage all of the sales, marketing, admin, along with my business partners. So I'd love to make this a series if this is interesting to you guys.
The skill level and qualifications for this career is having great time management, reliability, light bookkeeping, and having strong referrals. Understanding 2025 eco cleaning product trends also adds value. So the stress level here is moderate, mostly because of the physical labor plus client demands, but this is super scalable with a team. Honestly, there are some women who even hire cleaners just from their phone and give the customers an upcharge for being the middleman, or the middlewoman, as I should say. The pay ranges from $35,000 per year to $85,000 plus and higher with recurring contracts. The benefits to this career are that it's scalable, there's a low-cost startup, and you get recurring income. Some ways to break in are by starting with your friends and family. You can collect reviews, create a Google business profile, and then expand via Thumbtack or Nextdoor. Next is becoming a construction business owner. For this career, you want to tap into grants and scale your teams. You definitely have to be a leader for this one.
Good morning, guys. I haven't taken you guys to work with me for a second, and it ain't because I haven't been working, but it's because your girl has been absolutely sat in the office. But today we are getting out, we're gonna shoot some content and have some fun. Of course, I wanted to have a little second to myself to shoot for my TikTok. But outside of that, we had to focus on getting content for the businesses. This morning, they finished up the slab for a custom build that we have going. And things were really dangerous for me out here, so I had to go ahead and put on my gear. Next, we have 2 different remodels that we needed to go and check on. The first one is really cool because we took out an entire back wall to make this living space just so much bigger, lifted the ceiling. It already looks like a completely different place. And this one I think is just going to end up being so adorable. I'm really excited to step away from the modern black and white and bring some warm tones and a lot of character in here. To see more of our work, go follow Mitzelfeld Construction and Southeast Construction Group on Facebook and Instagram. Now that playtime is over, we're going to go finish out our day at the office. Bye, guys.
So I need to make this quick. I am a woman in the commercial construction business owner space, and I recently submitted my application for the WOSB, which is Women-Owned Small Business, so I could bid on government contracts. 6 to 8 month processing time. They're backed up. It takes a long time. And I got so not discouraged last night, but definitely felt the setback. Follow me if you're a woman in the construction industry, in the commercial space, because it is a challenging space to be in. Doable, fulfilling, all the things. My division is Division 10, so what I do is toilet partitions, fire extinguishers, signage, all the things people don't want to think about. So what I'm focusing on in the meantime is collaboration with women in construction in the commercial space. It is not easy. So follow me for the 6 to 8 month process. And women in construction, I'm a firm believer in collaboration over competition. So where are you? Follow me so I can follow you back. Let's do this together.
Skill level and qualifications are basically knowledge in project bidding, permit law. You want to be fluent in labor sourcing, and you want to make sure that you understand OSHA compliance. Women in construction can access 2025 government-backed funding and municipal contracts. Stress level here is high, girl. You've got to manage projects, deal with deadlines, and team issues. But the pay starts out at $80,000 a year to $300,000 a year with multi-unit or government contracts, which is probably what you want to go for. Next, we have becoming a dental assistant. This career requires you to be reliable, and it is also super hands-on.
Come to work with me as a dental assistant. I have my matcha. Look how cute these little to-go cups are. I'm literally obsessed. Last night I baked some banana loaves and banana muffins, so I'm taking some to my coworkers. I'm actually running a little bit late, 33 minutes away, and I need to clock it in 35 minutes, so I'm literally cutting it close because I'm running late. We have 1 root canal, patient with 8 fillings, 2 new patients. We just finished the root canal. I'm gonna clean my room, and then after this, we're gonna head to lunch. I'm about to clock in. We literally just finished. Already gonna be 7 p.m. I'm ready to go home, eat, and sleep. I just got home. Honestly, I had a really long day. I had back-to-back treatments. I'm really tired, but thank you guys for coming along with me. I'll see you guys.
The skill level and qualifications for this career require you to complete a 9 to 12 month certification program and pass state licensing. Skills include x-rays, sterilization, patient prep, and support. The stress level here is moderate. Patient care and procedures are routine, but pretty consistent for the most part. The pay level here is $38,000 to $60,000 depending on your region, and the benefits to this career include having full-time stability, healthcare, paid time off, and structured hours. That's the difference between starting your own business and working for someone else. You don't have to come out of pocket for those kind of things. And the stability is unmatched for sure. Ways to break into this career is by applying to local training programs or dental clinics with internships. Next is becoming a permanent makeup artist. So with this career, beauty meets very, very, very strict precision.
So you want to become a permanent makeup artist and not sure where to start? I got you. This is for California because every state is different. First thing you want to do is you want to find an instructor that you love their work. Do not go based off how many followers that person has or how famous they are or their price or whatever they bring in their kit. Go based off of their work. If you want your work to look like theirs, then go for that person. Also, make sure that they are a legal business, because if they're not, that certificate is pretty much not valid and it's just a certificate of attendance. Next, you need your bloodborne pathogen certificate, which is an online training that you can take on abovetraining.com. Keep in mind the bloodborne pathogen test you must renew every single year. Next, depending on the county that you are in, you have to register yourself as a body art practitioner, which is just a fancy way of saying a tattoo artist. Time's running out, so go to part 2.
What are your brow goals for today's appointment?
My brow goals for today are to add some hairs to the front and back end of my eyebrows and kind of give them like a fluffy, small, straight look. I want to keep the hair strokes in the front super small and super dainty and just make them look fluffy but keep them soft at the same time.
This is a video for all my new permanent makeup artists who are trying or thinking about starting their own small business. I'm going to break down everything that I spent money on to get my business up and running. I think this is going to be really good for anybody who kind of just doesn't know where to start. You're really lost, no experience in business, just like me. I had zero experience. I spent roughly $8,446 since I've started, and that number has increased since I made my previous video. So my lip blushing course was $5,000. It was a big chunk of the entire amount that I spent. To legally practice in the state of California, and this also depends on which county you're a part of, there's licensing and registration fees that you have to pay, registering to become a body art practitioner, and registering my business name so that I could do business as. My skills are lacking. I rented a one-day station to work next to my instructor so that she could be there to help me as needed. And that is $99. I got so lucky. I went on Craigslist. I found a space, beautiful owner. She's so nice. I'm renting out 2 days a week. So my rent for the month is $550 plus a deposit plus December rent. So that $1,650. And then comes all my supplies needed to successfully finish a procedure. My ring light, macro lens, the tattoo supplies, that includes a new machine, all the needles, pigments, and then, of course, you need PPE, masks, gloves, disinfectant, my sharps container, all that. I spent a lot on eyeliner pencils because when you do lip blushing, you need a very nice, precise mapping. I spent $34 because I was just kind of testing out different types of eyeliner pencils and finally found one that works for me, but I spent maybe like $40 altogether for that. My cart and accessories. I put together a little aftercare kit so that I could send that home with my clients. I also created a little aftercare instruction book I went to Staples for that. That kit cost me $60.33. Invested in a headband magnifying glass just so it'll help me see better. My numbing solution. Numbing is expensive, but necessary.
Skill level and qualifications require you to go ahead and get your 2025 standard license, your BBP certification, PMU specific training for brows, lips, eyeliner, etc., and business insurance. So this is definitely going to take a little bit of an investment, time and money. Stress level here is moderate. Technical and client expectations can be pretty intense, but at the end of the day, once you get a groove, you can be bringing in a lot of money. Pay here starts at $60,000 to $140,000 plus, depending on your skill and marketing. The benefits of this career include a high margin service, repeat clients, and a flexible location-based or mobile service, depending on what floats your boat. Some ways to break in are through licensed programs. You can practice on synthetic skin and build a local IG portfolio. You can also run promos and basically market yourself as someone who put the work in to gain a skill. Next on this list, we have becoming a banker. So stability meets scalability.
Spend a day in my life with me working at investment bank in New York City as a 27-year-old woman. And geez, the morning could not have started any more hectic, so I had to start off my day with a Starbucks run. And shortly after that, I entered the gates to hell. I'm just joking. Can anyone take a bit of dark humor? I did a quick outfit check before I headed to my desk. And I don't know about you guys, but when I put my hair up, I am about to get busy. It just allows me to focus better. I don't know what it is. By the time lunch came around, I was in a mood for something unhealthy, so I summoned my unhealthy lunch buddy. I convinced her to go to Chick-fil-A with me and Starbucks again. I then finished off my workday strong and stopped by H&M to try on some dresses before my holiday. Bought both of these items and then I went home, I cooked, got it all done, and that concludes my night. Goodbye.
I've been in investment banking for over 10 years, but that wasn't how I started, and that definitely was not my career path at all. Things changed, but I will say the one constant theme in my career is being open to change and also learning how to pivot as quickly as possible. So when I first started, I actually went to Penn State University and I got an internship within tax. I went to college for accounting. I always knew I wanted to do accounting. I always knew I wanted to do taxes. That was just always something I was passionate about. Maybe not passionate, but I always knew it was going to make money and it was a safe career. So for me, going to Penn State and having that as a major was no-brainer for me. I did a internship in my junior year where I worked for a accounting firm, accounting/consulting firm for about 3 to 4 years. For all graduates or soon-to-be graduates in college, please make sure you do an internship. It genuinely helps your career significantly. I got laid off of that very first job right after Penn State, and I came back to New York City. I lived at home with my mom for a few years, my parents, and it was just an eye-opening experience for me. I was able to get a temp position at Citigroup, and that's when I got into the investment banking. My resume alone, being a tax associate, helped me get the job as a tax analyst within Citigroup. And there I did the temp position. My manager, who went golfing with my manager at Morgan Stanley, kind of referred me to a particular role and gave me his blessing, so to speak. So then I was at Morgan Stanley for about 10 years, where I ended up in a tax operations role. And honestly, I had no idea tax operations was even a thing within the investment banking space. So working within operations for a few years gave me the ability to kind of understand different types of investments, from equities, fixed income, different types of products essentially. And that allowed me to learn as much about investment banking, but also learn as much as possible about taxes at the same time. So that's just the high level. Hopefully it helps.
Skill level and qualifications for this career is having a degree in finance. You will also want to get your Series 6 or insurance licenses, and you need to have analytical skills. 2025 tech tools allow virtual advising and AI-powered planning models. Stress level here is moderate, so the performance goals and the regulation can be pretty heavy, but the pay starts out at $50,000 to $90,000 plus, not including bonuses. The benefits here are stability, of course, because you'd be working in-house, benefits, and structured growth. Ways to break in are to start as a teller or an associate banker, get licensed, and move into advisory. Next, we have becoming a massage therapist. So you're going to have healing hands and a flexible income.
Here are 3 things you need to have if you're looking to be a massage therapist. First, you need really strong boundaries. You need to be okay with saying no. People will, without a doubt, try to push your boundaries, whether it's just with pricing or whether it's physical or emotional, and you need to know when to say no or when to change the subject or something like that. Secondly, you need to not freak out if you have chronic pain in a certain area for a week. Especially when you're first starting out, you will probably get tendonitis in your elbow, or you will get aches and pains in your wrists, or you might have shoulder pain for a week. And 9 times out of 10, that goes away, and you just need to do a different set of exercises and stretches to take care of it, and your muscles will get used to the movements that you're doing. Lastly, you really need to have a good, calming, welcoming energy for your clients to come into. Your office needs to be really welcoming. You need to have that calming, emotional presence for your clients. I mean, like, they're getting naked on your table. You need to let them feel comfortable doing that and not make them second guess anything. Obviously, there's so much more that goes into being a really good massage therapist, but those are my top 3. Like and follow for more.
So I love seeing the trend of people showing like how much they got tipped as XYZ, and I wanted to share with you guys what I made yesterday as a massage therapist. So yesterday I had 3 total massages. The first one was 90 minutes, and I've only massaged her 1 time, but I personally know her through a mutual and personal connection. So she tipped me $40 for a 90-minute massage. The next massage was only 60 minutes. I've never seen her. She's never been to the clinic before. She loved the massage. I loved her. She ended up taking like a handful of my business cards, and she said she will be back. I hope she does come back because I loved her so much. And she tipped me $20 for a 60-minute massage. And then my last one is a regular. I love her so much. She comes in once a month, sometimes twice depending how she's feeling. But we did a we did a 90-minute massage, our usual. She didn't tip me right on the spot because she was gonna come back for an acupuncture appointment later. And I was like, yeah, girl, you just pay for that whenever, like, full trust. So let's see how much she tips me. She usually tips me well. Cool. Another $40. So that's what, $100 in tips for only doing 3 massages. And I want to say I'm gonna do a guesstimate after tax how much I get paid. I want to say I got paid around like $150 after tax. So I made $250 for only doing 4 hours worth of massage. So I'll take that any day. But if you're wondering like if massage therapists get paid well, we do. Of course, it depends on where you live, what city you're in, XYZ. There's a lot of factors to that, but I just want to share with you guys because I feel like when you put your best foot forward into giving the best massage to, like, as best as you can, they will treat you so well. So if you're curious if massage therapists get paid well, I think we do, because I got paid around $250 for only doing 4 hours worth of massage. So hope that helps.
Where do you work and what's your role?
So I work at City Cave, both at Neustadt and Clayfield, and my role here is as a remedial massage therapist.
Perfect. And is that part-time, full-time, contract?
I'm a contractor, but I work pretty much full-time hours.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And how much do you earn?
So City Cave, it varies on, depending which City Cave you work at, it'll be between $50 to $70 an hour. I'm currently on $60 an hour.
Okay, cool. And what's your favourite part about working for City Cave?
I love the environment. It's just an all-over wellness space, so we encourage it amongst staff, amongst our clients.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just a relaxing, soothing environment.
Beautiful. And is there any like work perks you get from working at City Cave? Do you get to use the float tank for free?
We do. So every month we get a free monthly sauna, a free monthly float tank.
Oh wow!
And we also get staff discounts on all the retail products, and also massages from other massage therapists.
Is there a certain type of qualification you have to be employed at City Cave as a massage therapist?
Yes, so a minimum of a certificate 4 in massage therapy, but preferably a diploma in massage therapy.
Okay, some very high standards here. Love
yes.
that. That's why the massage is so good.
Exactly.
So just a little bit about us. So we're Get Ahead. We are a jobs app that is like Seeker Indeed, but you swipe left or right on jobs like the interface of Tinder. So we're on a mission at the moment trying to promote salary transparency, and thank you very much for being involved and letting us know how much you get paid and where you work.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Skill level and qualification here is to have a state certification. So you want 500 to 1,000 hours of accredited training. Stress level here is low to moderate. So it is a bit physically demanding, but it's also emotionally calming at the same time. The pay starts at $45,000 a year to $85,000 a year, so you can side hustle it or do this full time. And some ways to break in are by completing your certification, practice in spas or mobile services, upsell packages or wellness bundles, and basically market yourself as someone who makes people feel amazing. Next, we have becoming an actuary. So you basically predict risk and plan for the future.
Actuaries are like detectives. They are experts at investigating data. But instead of solving crimes, we predict the future. Through using data from the past, we can solve complex and diverse business problems. Anywhere there's risk, an actuary can bring value.
Welcome to a day in my life as a 22-year-old actuary. I woke up at 6:30 today and made my bed, and then I opened my blinds and went through my morning routine. I stretch in the morning before work, then I journal and do my divas because it honestly sets the tone for the morning. I then wash my face and then do my skincare routine. I've been using Innisfree products and I'm absolutely in love. Here's the final look and I love it. So cute. And then I go downstairs and make some coffee and start the workday. I worked from home for about an hour in the morning today. I had to go into the office a little earlier, so I left at 9. Surprisingly, there wasn't too much traffic. I got to the office and attended my in-person meetings. Then after the meetings, it was lunchtime. I got Korean tacos today and oh my gosh, it was so good. And then after lunch, I had a few meetings, but then I got locked out of my laptop. So here's me walking down to IT to get us situated, but thank goodness it was okay. And I went back to my desk and worked for the rest of the afternoon. I also wanted to give a reality check. I know my videos make working seem so fun, but definitely there are those busy and tiring days, and today was one of them. So I just wanted to say that it's okay if work is not as glamorous as it looks like on social media. Then at the end of the day, we unwinded by playing some games, as well as watching the Tableau tournament that was hosted in Vegas. And then I tried these pistachio biscottis that my coworker brought, and oh my gosh, so good. And then I left work and got dinner with my coworkers at Sup Noodle Bar. And that's basically a day in my life. Thanks for watching. Bye!
What do you do? I'm an actuary for Pacific Life. Very cool. How'd you get into that? So I actually started off by going to a career fair and I was going to be an accountant, and then I was told that that's not a lot of math, and so they pulled me into actuarial science.
What can somebody typically make in a position like yours?
Entry level, it was around like 80, 90. Where I'm at today is more like 100 to 120.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
Skill level and qualifications here require a degree in actuarial science or math and statistics. You need to pass your SOA and CAS exams. You also need to use modern modeling tools like Python, R, or SQL, and actuarial platforms. Stress level here is moderate, so it can be a high mental load, but it is structured. Pay starts at a nice $75,000 a year to $160,000 a year and up. Benefits include prestige. That's an interesting one. Stability and benefits. Ways to break in are start exams during college, intern in an insurance office, and build experience in data modeling. Next is becoming an environmental economist. So here you're making an impact with analysis.
Come spend the day with me in the office as a sustainability consultant. I usually get into the office about 8 a.m., go upstairs to my floor and drop my bags before going and getting a coffee. We are incredibly lucky to have our own barista that gives us free coffee every morning. As you can see, the line is huge. This is very popular. I usually sit and enjoy the view while my coffee's being made. Then I grab my cappuccino and head down to my desk to start working my way through some emails. I just spent today taking some project management tasks off on my to-do list and getting distracted by the beautiful view and also these two guys playing table tennis. Then after work, I headed down to the lobby and waited for my friend because we were going to a quiz night. We headed to our networking quiz night event, which was actually super fun. Of course, the best way to stimulate your brain cells is a little bit of rosé. I can't say our table won, but we had some delicious chips and food while we made our way through the questions and had a great time. The quiz ended pretty late, so I got straight into bed, watched some Gossip Girl, and had a little bit of wine down.
If you're struggling to get a job and you're interested in the sustainability industry, keep watching because I'm going to talk about the most important certifications that you can get. First up, we have the Lead Accredited Professional, which is the Lead AP certification. The Lead AP certification is offered by the United States Green Building Council, also known as USGBC, and it stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. This is one of the most recognized and commonly used rating system in green buildings. Next, let's talk about the Well Accredited Professional, which is the Well AP certification. The Well AP certification by IWBI, which is International Well Building Institute, focuses more on the health and well-being of the building. Another essential certification is the BREEAM Assessor. BREEAM is a leading sustainability assessment method for master planning, infrastructure projects, and buildings. There are so many others that you can get, and I can list them down in the caption below. So whether you're just starting out, you've graduated recently from college, or you're just trying to advance your career, this is a great way to do it. Thanks for watching and good luck on your sustainability journey.
Skill level and qualifications, you want to have your master's or your PhD in econ, and you also want to have strong writing and data analysis skills. You also want familiarity with environmental impact software like Leap or En-ROADS. Stress level here is low to moderate. So the pay starts out at $65,000 to $125,000 per year and up. So it pays to care about the environment. And besides that, other benefits to becoming an environmental economist includes the fact that it's mission driven, you get to be involved in academic or think tank roles, and just the overall impact on global environmental wellness. Ways to break in are working at NGOs, publishing research, or consulting public sector roles, or consulting and pursuing public sector roles. Next, and last but not least, we have becoming a hydrologist. With this role, you are protecting a critical asset.
Hey everybody, my name is Delaney Peterson. I'm a PhD student at the University of Alabama. I study hydrology, and I'm excited to show you guys some of the lab work that I'm doing today. So first I head into the lab. It's midday on a Sunday, kind of sucks, but it is what it is this week. So I head over to the back bench and get ready to go say hi to my good friend, the Picaro Water Isotope Analyzer. Here she is. She's very big and beautiful, and I spent a lot of time doing this. So I start turning on the gas. This is nitrogen gas that carries our samples to the auto sampler. And then I turn it on and let it warm up for a while because it's a little bit picky and has to take some time. So now I'm prepping some of our standards, and I'm going to take these small samples back here and put them into smaller 2 ml vials with caps that can be poked through by the syringe. And I'll fill this out with those samples back there. So this is what that kind of looks like, just taking a pipette and putting them in there and setting up the run in the rack. And then it's ready to go. So I hit launch and run, and it's going.
So the skill level and qualifications here require a degree in environmental science or hydrology, knowledge in GIS mapping and data monitoring, and some 2025 tools now use drones and IoT for watershed tracking. Stress level here is moderate, but the pay starts out at $60,000 per year to $100,000 per year plus. Benefits include lots of field work, if that is your thing, high impact roles, and government funding access. Some ways to break in are becoming an intern at a utility or conservation agency, taking courses in GIS and water systems, and specializing in community resilience or infrastructure. And that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out the other high pay, low stress career videos or any of the other videos that I have on this channel. We talk about everything beauty and beyond here. Also, just as a gift to you all, I have made some Spotify playlists for you to enjoy. They are also listed down in my bio on my Pillar landing page. So definitely feel free to check it out. We have a playlist for every vibe, every mood,